What's up, Rhino? This seems to be working. Hello, so I'm streaming on my channel and the Yogs channel, which I've never done before.
Smanic 345 just resubscribed
2 sets of chat
months.
for me to ignore. That is hype. I've never done this before. Never streamed on 2 channels at once. Thank you for the sub.
Cronenberg just resubbed for 6 months.
Thank you
Evening
as well.
Flax
Thank
5
you.
dead.
Evening. Alright, I've got to remember to tell TJ I'm going offline just before I go offline. Ah, Rust. A fresh server. I don't think we're doing any kind of RP. I haven't dived in to Rust in a while, so I thought...
Dusty_Scabbard just resubbed for 23
Also,
months.
you know what, Cockwobblemeister? You deserve this, buddy. You deserve it.
Ben_Delay01 just resubbed for 4 months.
Welcome to Modship, Cockwobblemeister. Do me proud, brother. So there might be some confusion because I'm going to be responding to things in both chats. So it'll be like listening to someone on 2 sets of phones, which is not something I could ever do in real life. I'm waiting to hear the sound of me loading in. That sort of noise that it makes. Last time I played Rust, I had a really good conversation with a random, and then his friend came and clubbed me to death. Yep. I hear it.
Deathwing_Reborn just resubbed for 15
Thank you for the sub.
months.
Can you hear it?
Time to see how much of a shit show this Rust stream will be, Pog.
Listen. It's Rust noises. It takes so long to load into the game, Rust does. It really does take a long time. There it is. Oh my god. Ah! "11 seconds. Fortuitous, we spawn next to the harbour.
Dildo and just resubbed for 13 months.
Thank you for the sub.
Boggy _B_ just resubbed for 6 months.
Thank you.
Watch out for bears.
Cheers! Yeah, thank you. It's a good tip.
Squiffler _14 just resubbed for 4 months. Yay Moreg.
So it's very smooth on my end. Is it smooth on stream? So I should tell you guys, the reason that there's a hashtag ad is because I don't know if you've been following the trials and tribulations of my graphics card, but my 2080 broke, and I was using a 1080 that the Yogs kindly lent me, and then Nvidia were very kind and gave me a 3090. In exchange for which I'm doing these streams, which I think is a fair trade on, you know, on my part. They got ripped off big time, but I'm delighted. Blue barrel? They changed something? Fucking sewing kits. Thank you for the gift subs. Thank you very much. They heard about my graphics card problems. And quite frankly, they came to my rescue. I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with trends, current trends, but it's impossible to get a graphics card anywhere for love nor money. It's impossible.
Smurf _14 just resubbed for 2 months. Flax Goose. Rust Pog.
So I'll do some Rust streams, and I'll do some Tarkov streams, show off the 3090. I was streaming Tarkov a little bit the last few days anyway, and it's just everything on Ultra, and it's like unbelievably smooth. It's a godly card. So I'm very happy. It's a big boy. It's a big boy. Well, I'm not sure the stuff I've acquired is actually any use to me. I was hoping to find a hatchet or something else of use. No, I didn't need special brackets for it. It just went into my whatchamacallit computer, to use a technical term. Yeah, it just fitted right in. I did have to buy a new PSU because my old one was pretty shitty, and so I had to upgrade my PSU. Oh. Man, look at all these cars. That'd be a nice cab. That would just be, that would be a nice little cab, like little two-person cab. That'd do the job as well, in all honesty. Looks like a swamp up here. Oh my. Looks like the bandit trading thingy, but there's nobody there. Been a while. More stones. Come on then, you bollocks! Where's your mate? I saw a third. Legged it. Alright, whatever. I know I'm starving. Well, we've got a guitar at least. Is it me or is there a slight shimmer from the heat? I might be imagining things. Everything's basically alright now. more terrifying, I think, to be attacked by someone wearing a roughly constructed balaclava. Oh, hot air balloon. Yes. Don't need sulfur ore. Need stone. Oh shit. Wait, that means someone's been here. Was it me? That's the biggest pog in the game. Come on, come on! Too late for that now, Piggy! Yeah, bitch. Yeah, that's right. This could be home.
Zarok just resubbed for 20 months. Shout out to Nvidia for making this bashing of heads with stones possible. Flax
Indeed.
goose.
Indeed. 'Twere not for them, 'twould not be so. What is this anyway? Oh, it's a stone fireplace. Can you cook in the fireplace? Oh. I thought you quit vaping. I don't know where you got that from. I think you're thinking of someone else. Another streamer, perhaps associated with the Yogscast. Fogged. Ted, we were talking about you in the Cardo ESL today. I miss you, that is all. Thanks, brother. I don't think I'm getting hired for anything anymore. Too old. Too long since I got hired for anything. And I'm cool with that. You guys are very good at what you do, you know? Like, I look at the broadcast and I think, damn, these kids know what they're doing and shit. It's honestly, it's enough to make a grown man weep. It's impressive. Ted Bag. I know, homie. Very few of the people working Dota events actually like to drink. You know what I mean? Most of them just want one. They wait till the after party. They're not barflies. I miss hanging out with you guys. It was always a nice little trip away from real life, you know? Going and watching video games for a couple of weeks or whatever, hanging out, playing games all day. So watching and talking about games all day and then playing games in the evening and hanging out and stuff, it's great. It's a great lifestyle. It's a lot of fun. A lot of really cool people. 50 metal fragments.
Yeah, dickhead!
10 Fatties just resubbed for 5 months. Flax Spawn Born.
Indeed. Do it, Yanis. We'd love to have you in London. We would love to have you in London. We could go out. There are some cracking pubs in London. And it's just a great town, honestly. Great to visit. Kev and Michelle came over here a few years back. Hung out with them. That was good crack. Met up with Blitz and Chloe a lot over here as well, whenever he's in town. Always a good time in London town. Just bring some money, brother, because it's fucking like $10 a drink. Yeah, the house buying. Exciting. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, what is this? Are these new cars they've added? Oh, that's a beaut. It's a fucking Ford Capri, lads. It's great fun. Owning a house is a lot of work, but it's super rewarding. Because it's yours, you know? The stuff you fix up. New junk piles. Do not tell Capri Jake that they have made something called a junk pile that looks like a Ford Capri. What can you do with them? So you can't drive them? Getting a puppy is hard, man. It takes a long time before they figure out what's what and stop just fucking messing up your house. It took a long time for Aggie to sort her shit out.
Ross30555 just resubbed for 2 months.
Thank you.
Hey Pyrion, great to see you on Rust again.
Thank you. I know you guys love Rust. They have poker at the bandit camp now, by the way. I think you bet scrap, yeah. It looks so pretty with everything at max. I've used to stream this game a lot at like middle. Get that wood! I don't know, Soup. They always do. The X should just be up high. I don't know why it always ends up halfway into the ground. Eventually this is going to be a sniper tower, and people will be terrified to come this way. That's my plan. So there is, I don't know if you're English or not. If you're English or British, there's a show called Badly Behaved Dogs. Dogs Behaving Badly, I think it's called. And it's got this fella on, big gangly northern lad. And he knows how to make dogs behave themselves. And he gets people coming in saying he just barks at everyone all the time, and he fixes them in like 5 minutes. He's amazing. And you get quite a few tips about dog psychology. They're very simple creatures. But they do some weird stuff. Here's one. This couple had a dog, border collie. Border collies are very intelligent dogs. So they can be a bit trickier, and they get kind of finicky and fussy, and they're quite emotional. They don't really show it, but they're quite emotional dogs, because they're very smart, like I said. And this dog would sit in the same room as them, but stare at its reflection in any glass that it could see. TV's off, it's staring at its reflection in the TV. If there's a bit of glass in a cabinet, he's staring at it. Couldn't figure out what it was. And every time he did it, they'd like try and coax him over and all this kind of stuff. And the guy turns up and he's like, I've never seen this before, that is so strange. And he's looking at the dog, and he notices that what the dog is looking at in the reflection is not himself, but the couple. It's on Channel 5, so it's on 5 on demand. He's looking at the couple reflected in the glass. And he loves them so much, he just wants to look at them, and when they come and pay attention to him, he comes over. And they make a fuss at him, and then he goes and stares at the thing again. Now, they'd got another dog. And this other dog had apparently broken his heart, because he had, some of the attention he used to get was now on this other dog. He didn't fight the other dog, he just pined for a time when it was just the owners. It was pretty sweet. And the guy fixed it by just saying, ignore him when he's doing it. Like, generally, if a dog is doing something that you don't want them to do, don't give them any attention. praise them when they're doing the things that you want, and they learn really quickly. Really quickly. It was interesting. Because people think telling the dog off will make a difference, but to the dog, it's just attention. Kids are the same. Some kids are so desperate, toddlers mainly, and babies are so desperate for attention, because any attention with their parent is like the best thing ever, that they will misbehave just so that you pay attention to them. Which seems tragic, but it makes sense from their perspective, right? It's like, yeah, this is, they always pay attention to me when I do this, so why wouldn't I do it? It seems sad, but it makes sense to them. You do get more wood from hitting the X, yes. You want to hit the X. We need stone. Quite badly. We need a lot of stone. I need stone. You come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding. You don't even think to call me Godfather. Am I your friend? Godfather. It's good. It's very good. No. You're not my friend. Just hate to break it to you, but there it is. Okay. Is there something I could do? No. No. Some people, you're just never gonna be friends. So, gotta deal with that. Okay, Godfather. I apologize if I've offended you. You've offended me a lot. A lot of offense taken over here. So, I don't want you calling me Godfather anymore. What can I call you? Godfather. I want you to call me Big Baba Ganoush. That's it. Metal? Ugh, I need stone, damn it. Stone. Call me Big Baba Ganoush. Big old Baba Ganoush. Capiche? Kind of capiche. I don't really capiche. I'm gonna be honest. What don't you capiche about that? The whole Baba Ganoush is not even an Italian, dish. Can I call you Papa Lasagna? Nope. Does this do anything? Are these for something? Can't do anything with this. It's useless. can't build steps here? Oh, does it need to be on a foundation? Mailbox, who's sending post? You'd be surprised. People can open it up and leave a note. I wonder why I can't build steps here. Does it need to be on a foundation, maybe? It's just a bit weird that it won't let me build it. I am a peaceful man. The problem is that quite often people push me to my limits, and eventually I snap like anyone would. Anyone would snap. You know, that's it. It's just everyone has a limit. Don't eat the pickles. See something over there. Man? Beast? What? Something moves. What do your elf eyes see, Legolas? That is a bear. That is a boar. Must return to our tiny home. Sunset soon. We go. Oh shit. Is that airfield? Oh no, that's like Big Town. Dr. Whipples! Truly the stuff of nightmares. Yes, I'm Dr. Whipples! Man, that was the funniest shit. God bless you, Slacks. The best dude. Whew! Just gotta go get my PJs on because I hate wearing trousers to stream. Ah. Oh, nothing like getting into your PJs, is there? Tell me otherwise. Tell me there's something better. Call you a liar. Pork roasted on an open fireplace. Dead pork roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost nipping at you. Merry Christmas to you.
Your mum tipped $1. Pyrion, you bald cunt.
Which channel was that on? Is that on this channel? Cool, that's an easy ban. Your mum. You are mum. Ban your mum. That doesn't exist. Ban your underscore mum. Ban your mum. There you go. Have fun. Oh, trolled him! Thanks for the money, idiot. Appreciate the funds. Joke's on you, I've got lots of money. Excellent. Didn't used to understand how the outside could be completely pitch black until at night until I traveled outside of Northern Europe. Kieran the Wise asks, why is it when Pflax mentions something he dislikes on Triforce, people think it's top bants to do that exact thing, like they're the first cunts to think of the joke? For the same reason that I looked up a guy on the Triforce podcast. I check the comments on YouTube occasionally, especially if we talked about something I know people are going to have a fucking issue with, just to see what people are saying. He's commented on every single episode of the Triforce podcast. Every single one. Every comment is negative. Every single comment. And this reminded me when I very first started doing YouTube, way back, and I did my Dota guides. There was this guy who popped up in every single video complaining about audio quality. Every single video that I ever did, same comment, why is your audio quality so shit? Now, I didn't have any money for microphones, computer equipment, anything like that. and I was making them on my laptop, and then when I did get a PC, I was using my webcam mic, I was using MS Paint. I didn't have anything to mix it with or anything like that. And I met him, this guy from the YouTube comments from my guides. I met him at a pub stomp that I did with Cyborg Matt, and we were covering TI2 or TI3 qualifiers. I think it was TI2, might have been TI3. We were covering the qualifiers, and it was a big playoff game, and it was great. It was really hype. We hired out a pub, and I said to the guy, look, we can't give you any money to hire out the pub. I'm going to be upfront with you. But everybody that's going to come here is going to drink a lot of beer. I reckon you could make some decent money. And he was like, as long as you cover X amount, fair enough. And he told us afterwards it was the best Sunday take they'd ever had at that pub, because we packed the place out. I mean, we packed it out. And it was great. And he was there. And he came up to me and said, he was exactly as you'd imagine. Pyrion, big fan of the videos. I just want to say, first of all, you might know my username. I was like, go on. Immediately thinking, this guy's completely, obviously a cunt. My username is so-and-so. And I was like, yes, the guy that complains on every one of my videos. He goes, I am a big fan. It's just the audio quality is absolutely shocking. And I said to him, why? I said, well, I haven't made any money from any of this yet. This is YouTube money. It pays peanuts. My videos don't get a lot of views. I can't afford to buy a decent microphone. So the audio quality is going to be shit. Yeah, no, I understand that. It's just the quality is so poor. You just need a decent microphone and some mixing software. It's very simple to do. And honestly, it's unbelievably bad. Yeah, I like I told you why it was bad. Like I literally can't afford a microphone. Well, let me just tell you, the audio quality, here's what the problem is. And he kept going on, and I was like, I've got to go. He was a fan, right? Loved the vids, watched them, went up and shook my hand. Oh, great, really glad to meet you. But had to get the negative comment in there. It's the same with people that watch anything, Triforce or whatever it is, a movie, TV show. For some people, I think it hurts them to enjoy something. You've got to help your ego a little bit by having a go at something that you like. I think it softens the blow of being a fan of something, of enjoying something. If you have very little that you're genuinely proud of, and you buff your ego up by putting other people down, it's a very common tactic. My kids do it. When my eldest is pissed off, she picks on her younger sister every single time. And I know she's in a bad mood because she immediately turns on her. People, it's not just that people like complaining. I honestly think for some people, it's all they've got. Like, they can't admit that they enjoyed something because that would mean, in a way, that it was better than them. Much easier to just say, this is bad. That's the only possible explanation I've got. I really can't think of what else it could be. Because there's no reason to watch something repeatedly and then at the same time have nothing good to say about it. It doesn't make sense. It would be like if let's say you watch football and you support your team. I think for some people, I see this every week. They go to the game and all they're there for is to shout abuse at the ref and at their team. Right? And I think for some people that it is definitely the case that they just have to complain. That's just what they do. That's how they roll. But I think for some people, it's a genuine defense mechanism. I think it's their way of dealing with the fact that someone is doing something that they enjoy and that they can't do. Regardless of how much they'd like to, they can't do it or they would be doing it. So it's much easier to just flame it and say, this is stupid and bad and sucks, and here's the reason why, rather than just admit you enjoy something and it isn't perfect. That's the best explanation I can come up with in my tiny brain. I think it's an interesting little psychological experiment to be done in finding out why people are like that. why they feel the need to criticize something, when honestly it's, if you don't like it, just don't watch it. Like, you know, I mean, I know everybody has a go at me for like an anime, but I don't like seek out anime to criticize it. If people talk about it to me, it's recommended to me, then I talk about it. But I'm not going around to everybody saying, do you like anime? Yeah, I do. Hey, it's stupid! Like, I don't do that. If people talk to me about it, I'll tell them my opinion. If you don't like it, just don't watch it. That's it. It's that simple. Seems to be very difficult for some people. Weird, isn't it?
Dad just resubbed for 6 months.
Bless you. Bless you, Dr. Dad. We need... What do we need? What do we want to make? Well, we need weapons. A bow. A crossbow.
New Gens just resubbed for 1 month.
Workbench? How many hours do you have now? In what, Gav7OW? Oh, on Rust. Oh, let's have a look. Let me see. I've got only 396. Not a fearsome amount. I mean, you know, obviously I'm a Dotaman, so coming from Dota, that's nothing. You got enough wood to keep cracking on? You need more wood. Alright, I'll get you some wood. You could never get into Rust? I can't understand that, in all honesty. I think it's a great game. It's tons of fun. It's really silly. It's pretty hardcore. Yeah, I don't understand how you couldn't enjoy this game. I don't know what there is that you're looking for if this ain't it in a game. I mean, if you're saying, I don't like survival games, fair enough. Oh, it's the hardcoreness you don't enjoy. That's alright. You just don't enjoy... Who goes there?
Percy? Daniel.
Daniel who?
Wise.
That wasn't so wise, Daniel. Coming into my
Oh.
territory. Hiya! Did you see that? He reached for a weapon. Where'd it go? He reached for something. Was it his rock? Come back here, Daniel! Oh! What a pod! Yeah, he's gone. Damn right. Play dirt with him quite often. The rust is different. Don't think it'll go for me. Yeah, that bear will deal with you. Poor Daniel, says chat. Cry me a river. Will you guys be crying or omega lolling when I get raided and lose everything? I think it's going to kill me if I've got things on it considers forbidden. Maybe not. I think you need to have pretty decent weapons for it to get angry. There's a gas station over there. It's taking offense at somebody.
Rowdy Dog 1 just resubbed for 14 months. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Drago_Drake just resubbed for 4 months. MP flags.
Someone over here's got a gun. Or a radiation suit. So, Nvidia heard that I was having graphics card troubles, and in exchange for some Rust and Tarkov streams, they gave me a 3090. That is a solid. That is a solid. That is beyond a solid. That is, you can sleep with my sister levels of gratitude. She has a fella, so you have to take it up with him. But I'm, pretty sure he would be fine with it if I told him about the 3090. Kinds of stuff over here. Am I wading or am I swimming here? I thought when you swam, you got arms. Another harbour. I've gone way past the gas station. Well, let's collect this stuff when I go back anyway. Air balloon. Those things are stupid and a waste of fuel. I've said it. There you go. Whoa. Oh, bit of server lag there. Shit. This rug is going to set the main room off beautifully. Is that bear? We'll go the other way. Bears ain't nothing to fuck with. That's the truth. He said there's a bear in his apartment. Yeah, I'm an idiot with a stupid face, and I'm a moron with a big butt, and I like to smell my own butt. Homer, you went to another farm? No, I was 300 miles away. Oh, Homer. Get the bear to work for you. Sadly, I don't think I have mod privileges. When was the last time I played Rust before this? The days of Flaxi Cabs. And then we did... So that would have been... I want to say... November? Those are some fucking popular streams. People loved watching Rust, man. They loved it. Got like... crazy viewers for my channel, got loads of subs from it. It was bizarre. People absolutely loved it. But I'm not a Rust main, you know what I mean? I can't play Rust like every day. It's fun in bursts. Like I want to play it for like ages, but yeah, October half term sounds about right, Dave. In my fantasy, Stephen Fry watched that stream and thought, I want to be a part of this. Fired up Rust, joined the server. I didn't know. And then I turn around and say, guess who I had the back of my cab last week? And Stephen Fry says, was it me? I say, Mr. Fry? Well, Dave, you haven't always got your car on you, you know? You might have been having a drink, or you might be out of town. Missing a couple of bits, I think. We'll have a look inside a motor, see what we need, but we are missing a couple of bits. You could make pipe shotguns. You need to research these, really? Huh. Who knew?
The layman Dane just resubbed for 12 months. I resent my backseating past.
Why is that? This place is looking so homely right now. Look at this. That's awkward. Charmingly so. This is our own server, if you like. It's Jex. I think it's Jex or Rhino's server. So this is some of the Discord guys. It's their server. So we've got, I mean, honestly, playing on the public servers is, whew, it ain't good. I think, I want to say I'm missing that bit. But we'll have to have a look. I think I am still missing a bit. I thought it was Rhino's server, I must say. If I'm wrong, apologies. Now watch this shit. Boom. It is very satisfying. I mean, look at this. It just looks great. God, it's fucking horrible weather in the UK right now. I'll say what my mum always says in these situations. It's ever so good for the plants. I did see that about the hot tub. I think given that most of them seem to have thousands and thousands and thousands of subscribers, I doubt it's that big an issue. But if you're getting 6,000 concurrent viewers and you ad break every half an hour, it's probably a decent chunk of change, in all honesty. But I also understand why they've done it. I mean, I'm sure advertisers have said, you know the way you guys have, like, hot tub streamers? And they're like, yeah. We kind of weren't aware that we were going to be advertising on hot tub streams. Oh, yeah. We thought it was going to be like people playing video games. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure that was their take. And as far as I know, Twitch doesn't have the capacity to just say, all right, only play these types of ads on these types of channels. As far as I know. I mean, yes, as usual, the lack of communication was fucking awful. Like the usual, just, you don't get ads anymore. Bye! Okay, I mean, that's not really a warning, is it? That's just you going, no more ads, okay, cool, bye, and hanging up. It's kind of gutless, I think. Just fucking tell people. I don't think you could have too much complaint. If I was a titty streamer, and let's be honest, I'm halfway there, I don't think I could genuinely say that that was unfair. I would probably say, alright, fair enough. It was good while it lasted, and I still make a ton of money anyway. That's how I'd feel. I'd think, well, yeah, that sucks, but to be expected. Honestly, I mean, if I was one of those streamers, I would be thinking, phew, I thought it was all over. Do you know what I mean? That's what I would be thinking. Quite a few metal frags we need for doors. Criminalizing women's bodies. I think you need to take that up with the advertisers. Advertisers, like, here's the way I think it works, is that so-and-so company, let's say Coca-Cola, goes to an ad company and says, we want to advertise, can you sort it out? And they say, yeah, sure, we're going to get you all over digital platforms and everything like that. And then Coca-Cola says, we were looking and it kind of looks like there's girls showing their tits all over the our ads. Oh, that. Oh yeah, yeah. That's all the rage now. You guys should definitely get on board that. That's probably how the conversation went, right? I mean, and they were probably like, well, we're not comfortable with that. We're Coca-Cola, or whomever. Why can't I upgrade the door frame? Is it just wood? Am I imagining things? I thought, the frame just stays like that, right? I mean, the fact that she had to find out for herself is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Like, it makes no sense that they wouldn't tell people. If it's a change of policy, you got to tell people. Look at that, Tarkov, look. You can swap the position of items by just dragging them on top of each other. Someone's got a bolty already. Somebody has a bolt action already. And here's me, pleased to get metal doors and stone walls. It's over. It's over. Bobby Cav, I understand what you're saying. As I said, I don't think it's because they're a woman. It is only women doing hot tub streams. Right? Like, I haven't seen any dudes doing one apart from Alex the Rambler. If you want to, I honestly think if you have a problem, you have to take it up with the advertisers and the companies who are all fucking po-faced. But they're always going to be like that. Because in their mind, all it takes is a couple of people to get on Twitter and say, women are shaking their bodies on the internet for money. Everybody goes, gasp! Clutches their pearls, and all of a sudden it's a big deal. I honestly, in these situations, I don't blame Twitch for pulling the plug on it and saying, alright, fucking shut it down. Because if all the advertisers say, we will not be associated with this filth, then they don't make any money and Twitch falls over, right? Like, I honestly think that the issue is with this weird puritanical mass hysteria that you get that I don't even know where the fuck it comes from, because I don't know anybody who's ever been offended by hot tub streams that watches Twitch. Like, if you're a regular viewer on Twitch, are you going to be offended by hot tub streams? No. But I could imagine that some parents would be horrified that their kids can watch them, right? Like, if I was a 12-year-old boy and I walk in on him and he's fucking, and he's watching some hot tub streamer, and I'm like, what are you watching? Oh, it's just chatting. So, yeah, right, this is just softcore porn that's accessible on your fucking phone. And, you know, you can block a lot of sites as a parent, believe me. But there's basically objectifying women. And alright, they're doing it themselves, but who's watching? It's the young kids. That's how these pill-punching parents are thinking, right? Little do they know that it's actually the likes of Big Smitty dumping his paycheck on all these streamers. I just think it's easy to. It's a bad optic for Twitch because it looks like they're saying women making money? Ooh, we can't have that. But I think that's a really simplistic take. I don't think it's that. Because they would love to make this money from this. Twitch were very happy to have it. Everybody's complaining about two things. Twitch isn't enforcing their terms of service. Followed by, why does Twitch hate women? It's like, well, if they let it happen, people complain. If they let it happen but appease the advertisers, they're the bad guy and they hate women. It makes no sense. They cannot win. Their best bet is to just pretend it's not happening. And just make bank off it. That's pretty much, I think, what they're trying to do. But obviously the advertisers have come in and said, shut it down. Can't have tits. There's going to be tits in an ad. There are tits. Because, you know, advertisers have used tits to advertise stuff forever. I want to know who's complaining. Who has gone to Twitch and said, this is unacceptable? I want to know where that came from. Probably was, I mean, from the audience, you've got people complaining saying, this isn't gaming. But Twitch hasn't been a pure gaming site for some time. This wasn't the start of it. It's like, it's not gaming, quite clearly. They have a just chatting category. It's opened up a whole can of worms. But it's, it makes sense. People apparently really like them. And as I've said before, is anyone really watching this thinking, I'd rather go and spend 3 hours watching a girl in a hot tub? How long could you watch that for? It's literally just a very attractive girl in a hot tub reading out donations and writing her name on herself. Like, there's very little interaction beyond that. And they get so many subs and donations, and because they have to read them all out and write them on themselves, that's 100% of their focus is on that. So how long can you watch that for, really? You know what I mean? That's my point. How long does it take? If that's what you're watching it for. If you're watching it for some kind of companionship, you're not going to get it on this stream. I'm not losing viewers. If you're watching it because you're bored and you're at work and you want to look at tits, you're not going to get that on my stream. So who's it hurting? It's not hurting me. Which streamer that's streaming games is losing viewers to someone sitting in a hot tub? That's what I want to know. It's a different audience. It's a completely different audience. I think what makes me laugh about it the most is how transparent it is. It's just, it's so comically suggestive sometimes. It's just funny. Can't get angry. It's like if Benny Hill had a live stream sometimes. You're watching it, you're thinking, oh, you dropped your pen? You know, like, I think if I was a girl that had one of those streams, I'd have an animated VR Benny Hill there all the time. You know. Or like one of the guys from a potato? Ah, sure, we've got a potato. Potato. What's that? That's stone. We don't really need much stone now. I need metal. Stone. The advertisers are a bunch of babies, but they always are going to be. They play it as safe as possible. You know what I mean? God forbid there's an article written in some tabloid saying Coca-Cola is advertising to your kids and they're using tips to do it. That's like Coca-Cola's worst nightmare.
Dickhead!
Callion _ just
Or any
resubbed for
brand.
20
A
months.
lot of brands. Oh my god, not tits. I mean, you can't show a boob without people losing their minds, apparently. In the minds of, like, the sort of... It's weird because even though society is a lot more liberalized now than it used to, there is still this inherent gasp at the sort of pearl-clutching end of things. Advertisers, the mainstream press. Hail, friend! Let me drill you! The dentist is coming! Let's have a look at that incisor! Oh, that molar looks like it needs to come out! Come back, little one, I've got a lollipop for you! Oh. I'm a dentist. Ederic? That was Ederic? Shit. Whew. God bless this drill. Works well on human flesh. Excellent. Building decaying. Oh shit. the metal doors now, isn't it? A dentist-themed serial killer. Probably there is a movie about this somewhere. Probably in the 80s they made a film about a dentist serial killer. There was Driller Killer. That counts. Horrible movie. You guys want to talk about women hating? Serial killer movies of the 80s. Holy shit. It was just fucking blatant. You'll be a dentist. You'll have a talent for causing things pain. You'll be... Someone is out there. The writers. I think if you look at a lot of the movies in the 70s and 80s, they seem that were of that kind. There was a very common theme. And they talked about it in Cabin in the Woods. Do you remember Cabin in the Woods? The, who was it? What was his name? The guy who did Firefly and Joss Whedon horror movie. It's really good. And in that, they have to sacrifice every year people, a specific group of people, to appease these ancient gods that live under the earth. And you have to sacrifice the fool, the sort of the warrior or the jock, the brainiac, the whore, and then the virgin. And you have to do it in this like specific order. It's really good. My dad hates horror movies. He really enjoyed it. I don't really go in for really scary horror movies. He really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. And it was interesting because the things they touch on, like obviously there's a lot of horror tropes. But it made me think, and I was thinking, like, it's interesting because horror movies are like that, you know? And one of the biggest things that they want to do in these movies is punish young people for having sex. That's essentially the theme of a lot of those movies, is that any young couple that is about to have sex gets murdered. And if you look at Friday the 13th and a lot of the classic horror movies, it's always the young, lusty couple. And she's attractive and kind of carefree and foolish. And he's like a Chad, basically. They get killed. First up, right? Why? Because are they meant to represent the audience? If so, why are you killing them first? The audience is always in the hands of the protagonist, right? Protagonist is the one that's meant to represent the person we're rooting for. And for some reason, we're not meant to root for the young couple that are sexualized and wanna get down to it. We have to root for the chaste girl. But it was interesting.
Pyro Leston rated with 201 viewers.
Thank you. And I think if you wonder why, if you look at Son of Sam, for example, Son of Sam, the guy, the serial killer in the, what was it, 70s? He targeted young couples. And I think a lot of the time it's jealousy, and I think it's also just something that, for some reason, some people hate to see happy young people. I just thought it was interesting to wonder about why that's so consistently a target. Is it like some weird moral thing where we want to see what a sin punished, you know? Weird, isn't it? I don't think it is only in the horror, the Friday the 13th horror movies. It's a pretty common trope in horror movies. Listen to me and listen well. Wrong neighborhood, partner. I'll take your trousers. Who was it? It was Edric again. He's just not getting the memo. Wasn't Edric. Skull of Edric. That wasn't Edric? Then who was it? Let's discover. You're right, we need to chop him up to find out who he was. There's Edric! We killed a murderer! It was Matty Roo! Interesting. at this beautiful weather. Weather effects, anyway. I mean, the weather stinks. Oh, nuts! We don't need you at the moment. Need some kind of little, wall lamp. Have I got one of those? No.
Itascini just resubbed for 8 months. Pog.
Thank you. Gary's mod tool gun. Oh. Haven't seen a horse yet. Triforce Podcast YouTube channel got banned. Real funny. If it hasn't been banned, I'm going to ban you.
Sarah underscore
Hey, look,
Beth
there's the
just
channel.
resubbed for 53 months. 4.4 years with this scuba. Oh,
Let's find the lad. There you go. That's what happens when you've been banned. That's what happens when something's been banned. Thank you,
Juraville just
Juraville
resubbed for 55 months.
and Sarah Beth, 53 and 55 months, respectively. Sarah, you need to fucking get your shit together because Juraville's outdone you there.
Shameful display, Sarah.
Shocking. Thank you, Kazal. Needs to be said. Let's go look for some goodies. We could get some bone armor on the go. get my bone on. You use the building plan in the dark. It highlights what is there by edges. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I guess. Bit sweaty. Did I tell you guys about the guy I see on Twitter who thinks that black holes are actually just eclipses that we're looking at from a really long way away? You'll spot him if you find a NASA tweet. He'll be one of the first tweets responding to it. Calls himself a genius of physics who has discovered the theory that black holes are actually just an eclipse. His entire proof is that if you look at that picture that they took of a black hole using all kinds of very special camera equipment and all the rest of it, this would have been a couple of years ago now. It looks like a donut, right? If you look at that, well, looks like an eclipse, doesn't it? Ergo, it's an eclipse that we're looking at from a very long way away. An eclipse that apparently lasts an incredibly long time, and two incredibly remote objects that are still somehow, you know, bright enough for one to include the other at that distance, and semi-permanently, by the looks of things. It's an eclipse, guys. Just calm down. It's not a black hole. It's an eclipse. That's a genius. No, it's not an artist's impression. The one that they've got that looks kind of like a donut is like they took it with some funky camera or whatever, right? Need a motor. It's real simple. Stay away from this area. It's my area. Do you understand? This is dentist zone. Water. Needed that. Yeah, there are obviously artists' impressions of black holes, because we haven't... They're really hard to see. But what I'm saying is that this guy took that picture. It's like a picture of of a black hole that they took using some crazy fucking technology. How does this thing catch water? Do I need to put a special catch thing on top of it? Do you have to put like a big that thing? Yeah, it was like a picture of a... It was like orange around the center, and they were like, we fucking got a picture of a black hole. It was like super fuzzy, and people were like, oh, this is white. You know, idiots. We got the makings of a motor here. Need a garage. We don't want something that big. We could make that run, but they're too slow. We need something little, you know, speedy. That ain't it either, Chief. Scared the shit out of me. What's this thing? I always forget. Just a monument, right? Handy! There's the furnace. That would be a good little car. Got to build a garage first though, I think. That's actually pretty big. That's the kind of motor I'm after. Little speedy bollocks. What does he take? Oof. Don't know if we got 2 spark plugs. What about you? It's got a storage module. That's a pog. That might be handy. It's ugly as sin, but gotta love it. I think the best selling point for electric cars is they're so fucking fast. Like, the acceleration on those things is nuts. And I think once people have had a go in one, they're like, holy shit. The problem is they are expensive at the moment, but my kids are very excited by the idea of getting an electric car. Although I still call them electric guitars by mistake. Can't help it. It just comes out. Electric guitar. Electric guitar. Alright, we need a little garage here. I mean, there's a charging point on my road, and most of the other roads around here have a charging point for it. And I see them in whatchamacallit, petrol stations. There's a charger. I think that it's doable. Also, I think you can charge them at home, right? Like, the range on them isn't 20 miles. As long as it's 100 miles or more, should be alright. For most people driving around town or whatever. I mean, you just gotta charge it at home. Plug it in overnight. And if you live rurally and you drive a lot, fair enough. I mean, we'll get there, but I know it doesn't. I don't know how long it takes to charge them. What is it, 15 minutes or something for some of the batteries they're saying? I mean, that's a full tank of gas for me. 300 miles. I think I even get less. I think I might be. Let me think. I think a full tank of gas in my car is probably around 250 miles, something like that. Like, it's definitely viable. I think if everybody suddenly got an electric car, then we might have a problem. But if loads of people had electric cars, there's a market now for charging points, right? And suddenly everybody's saying, we need charging points, and they'll build them. When you charge your Tesla, it charges the battery that powers the car and the battery for the electronics. But as soon as the main battery is charged, it stops charging. So if you don't drive it for long enough, the battery that powers the electronics dies because it's always on, so you can't open the doors. You then have to take the front of the car apart to change that battery. Yeah, of course. If people that live rurally, for a start, they have to drive. It's impossible not to. Unless they have a fucking... We bring back horses. But most people live in big cities. That's just a fact of life. So if we encourage people to drive them in cities, there's no reason not to. You don't need the 1,000-mile range or whatever. Charge it when you get home, easy peasy. I mean, what they're doing in my road, in my area, is that they're modifying the streetlights so that there's a socket on the front that you plug into. Now, I think what will be interesting is when, by 2030, they're saying all new cars in the UK, all new cars have to be electric, right? So you can't sell petrol or diesel cars if you're buying new. First of all, that's going to do wonders for the second-hand car market for petrol cars. But it's also going to push a lot more of the infrastructure for charging points. Let's say I charge it up. You have to go home and plug it in. Let's say my neighbour looks around, they park next to the same streetlight I have, and they're like, well, I need to charge my car. So they unplug yours and plug in theirs. You come out the next morning and they've driven off. They leave before you. Your car hasn't been charging. Some cunts unplugged my car. So at the base of the street light, there's just a socket. You just plug it into that. There's already the infrastructure there, right? I mean, I take your point that a lot of the power that we generate is still coal and oil. Yes. Got to start somewhere. Like, you don't look at a problem and say, well, there's no point fixing any of it, because unless we fix all of it, there'll still be some problems. I think that's kind of what leads to a laissez-faire. Someone else to take care of it. Too big a problem. There's no point. Kind of nihilism and giving up and stuff. Got to start somewhere. And it's either that or you end up like Ben Shapiro, who said, are people stupid? Don't people realize that when the sea level rises, people will just sell their houses in those areas and go live somewhere else? The hottest of hot takes. Is it you build one of these and then you put double doors on? I can't remember. Do we reckon a car's going to make it up that ramp? No! What does that mean? Ramp.prefab not in terrain. What does that mean? Simon is not happy that you're verified on Twitter and he's not. I'm sure he doesn't give a damn. We won't get it up there. But why won't that one go in? And that one will? Job done. Go in that way. reckon that's enough for a car, you know. Nuclear plants generate no nuclear. Nuclear plants generate no pollution. Right. Okay. There is a very, very big pro-nuclear thing going on that I don't quite understand, because whilst it is, in terms of the energy that it generates while it's going, clean, they do nice. What are you gonna do with all the fucking shit that's left over when it's no longer usable? You've gotta deal with that. You've got to deal with the waste and getting rid of it. And it's super, super toxic and dangerous. Like, okay, if you're going to be a dick about it, yes, I know how they work. What are you going to do with the cleanup? Go ahead and read about the cleanup, dude. Go ahead and read about the cleanup of what they have to do with nuclear waste. Go ahead and read about it. Go ahead and just find out. It is very, very expensive and a problem to deal with. They have so much trouble getting rid of it, and they know it's going to be around for such a long time, that they've had to future-proof the warning signs that say, what the fuck, how are we going to tell people for some future civilization who don't speak any of the current languages that we speak, not to fucking go in here? And they had to design something that looked like the most hellish place on earth, with all signs that look like people melting and feeling horrible, so they don't go and dig it up like the way we dig up ancient Egyptian tombs. Like, you've got to do something with the waste. It is an issue. It's all very well saying, well, that's much better than coal. It is, I'm sure. If you can find a good way to deal with the waste, I'm with you. But if you have to bury it in the ground and it gets into the water, that's a whole fucking problem. That is a massive fucking problem. And trusting governments to dispose of this stuff, I'm not so sure I trust them. They couldn't even make non-stick pans without fucking poisoning the entire planet. So go ahead and tell me, it's clean. No, it's just steam. It's clean. Who are you going to trust to dispose of the waste, dude? Who are you going to trust? I don't fucking trust anybody. Ah, yes, fuel. Good shout. That'll be enough to get home. Why don't we take this and we'll drive on over and we'll fucking... I just think it's very simplistic to say it's clean so it's better. It has its own issues. You can't ignore that. You know what I'm saying? Just repeating that it just steam turns a turbine. Yeah, of course. But you look at how hard it is to clean up. It's a real problem. And when it goes wrong, it's like, cool, we can't live in this area anymore. And it's like immediate, you know? We need something... Oh, fuck. Right, let's skirt around those boys. Scientists. We definitely need something to replace fossil fuel. I think nuclear is a decent option, but it's not without its problems. You cannot describe it as just this perfectly green, clean, no problem energy, because it ain't. I did bring my hammer, okay. I spoke to a few people about nuclear, and for some reason they are super fucking uppity about it, like it's gonna save everybody. Apparently not. Really, really, really expensive to build a nuclear power plant. We can't fucking do it in this country, by the way. We have to get the French to do it for us. We don't know how to do it. We used to know. And then we forgot. No one wrote it down. I think I've gone the wrong fucking way. There'll be a car around here somewhere. Is that a bear up there? That looks very much like a bear on a hill. Fuck. shit, I'm fucking lost. Well, they've been saying fusion in 20 or 30 years for about fucking as long as I can remember. I read about it, I saw all the pictures, I thought, wow, this is amazing. 20 to 30 years, fusion power. They've been saying it for so long. It's obviously got some serious problems. How often can you hear fusion power is permanently the future, right? That's what they say about it. But it's always 20 to 30 years off. And every time they make, you know, a step towards it, I know that I was talking to Ashwin about it, and he said that they are getting closer. But the tragedy would be if we cracked fusion power and it was too late. The damage had already been done. There's no going back, you know. We could be in that kind of situation, I guess. It's fairly sad. I'm sure it was this harbour. No, it's this one, isn't it? Yeah, there are problems. It would be amazing if they cracked it. Change everything. Right. I know where I am. I think. I thought this game marked where your sleeping bags were. Am I just missing it? I mean, my kids are... Phew!
Why would you kill me? No.
You're a murderer, Matt! We found the evidence. Oh, nice, nice suit. Almost got paddled. What's this little motor here? That one's too ugly. He killed Ederic. It's evil. The Quattro Formaggio. What a motor. So fast.
AMOSFF tip $3.33. How is Rust so far?
Good. Matt, you killed Edric. We found the evidence. Come on, you can make it. I guess, what do I need to... Insufficient resources. What do I need to repair this then? High quality, maybe? Do we even want to repair this thing? It can barely get up the hill. Well, if we can't even get up our hill, there's not really much point. We'll wait till manana to go find another motor. I know that I need better... Alright, I don't know if you guys watched me play for like 3 fucking weeks. I played this game and I was driving cars the whole time. But feel free to backseat. It's got one engine and it's got a huge front and a huge arse. It's just too slow. There was a lovely little 2-seater that had 2 seats, engine, done. That's what we want. It's not because it's not repaired either. It's got the worst quality engine parts, and it's got one small engine for too large a frame. The engine is the key. That's where you get the power. That is, you'll get the engine. Then you'll get the fuel. Then you get the power. I was training the National Service, exactly. We can make more fuel, don't worry about that. Look, we got all this crude. It is possible, old man Cord. I found a car that had 3 engines on it, I think. It's not a Homer quote. It's from Scarface. It's a Scarface quote. First, you get the women. No, first, you get the money. Then, you get the power. Then, you get the women. And then his friend just goes with his tongue. What is that? It's disgusting. Give base tour if cool. It's not cool. It's very basic. We're waiting for daytime at the moment because I can't see a fucking thing in my base at night. Claude, I'm with you, brother. Playing, if I was like, when I used to play Eve, we would have like alarm clock ops and shit, you know, when we would fucking. Not fancy getting into the chopper business over the cars this time. I'm not best pilot in the world. I'm alright. But the problem is, I'm not going to build a walled base. Much easier to build a garage. I'm pretty sure that you need to put the choppers inside a walled base, right? Or something, or else people just rob them. I don't know how many people are on the server, actually, at the moment. Got no idea. Oh, there's some people. Arnie Pie. This is Arnie Pie at the corner of 4th and Main. I'm gonna be sick. Man, what a show. In its heyday. Watching it now, it's like a sad old man. Even older and sadder than me. Who's just needs to stop. Open letter to the Simpsons writers and producers and to Fox TV. CC Matt Groening. Sirs, madams, etc. I was appalled to turn on my television set the other day and find that you are still making The Simpsons. As far as I can remember, season 10 was the last one with any half-decent episodes in, and much of season 10 was, quite frankly, a write-off. When did The Simpsons stop being funny? When all of your best writers left, and you brought in some idiots, and they forgot what the show was about and what made it good. I'm sure they're sick of hearing about why The Simpsons isn't funny anymore, but I could go on about it all day. I'll spare you. I'll spare you my Simpsons lecture. But trust me, it's fascinating. Problem number one. Because I've got nothing else to talk about. Problem number one. Alright? When did they just stop behaving like normal people? The whole point of the show used to be that they were a dysfunctional but believable family. Homer became just insane. Lisa just preached constantly. There was a bit in The Simpsons recently where Marge spoke directly to camera
CHRLSPLCKBR
about
just
some
resubbed for 1
current
month.
affairs issue. That's not the job of The Simpsons. It's ridiculous. I don't want to be preached at when I'm watching The Simpsons. It's just meant to be a funny show. It's bizarre. And you know that what made the show good, at its core, as annoying as it may seem, is that essentially every episode you had a believable problem, even in the Simpsons world, you know, where it was something like the one where Bart buys a factory, an old busted up factory, right? That was a corker of an episode. He employs Milhouse as his security guard, and Milhouse goes to get a coffee from the coffee machine, and when he puts the 25 cents in and pushes it, a cup falls down and then a rat falls into the cup, right? It's just funny. And then it just started being about, like, how mean can the characters be? They're just like, they stop being funny. Homer just becomes insane, like dangerously insane. The only dialogue that Lisa came out with for a long time was, "Dad," and then correct something that Homer has said. And then he goes, "Oh, Lisa," and says something condescending but wrong, right? That was like half the fucking jokes in the show. Then they started bringing in, every episode, Kim Basinger and Alec Baldwin. I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? When you had the good cameos. The best cameo of all was Lisa's new teacher, the substitute, right? That was a great episode. That was a great episode. They just stopped. Stopped caring. Started being shit. It's a damn shame. I'm gonna repair the motor and bring it over here. Unless some other bastard's already nicked it. This is the one. This is the puppy. All engine. shit, I think it needs wood. This is the perfect little runaround. I don't think I can chop down trees with this axe. Oh, we've got wood in the furnace. Wood and high quality? Really? High quality? Damn. I think we can get enough of it repaired that it'll run. Maybe. Hoop. I think this engine bit is completely shot. Can we push it all the way home? Oh, please don't die. Got some stuff I don't think I've got any actual high quality on me, but I've got the things that the little thing that you turn into high quality. Or you think find some scrap, run it through the thingy. Can't remember what you need to get high quality metal. We'll try knocking down a couple of these things. Find some bits and bobs. No. Generally, off-roading in the cars is a bad idea, but... Fool. Look at Tiny Tim climb the hill. Perfect. Easy peasy. We haven't locked the doors yet, no. I have a lock. We have two, actually. I've got one. We'll make another one. Where's that lock I killed that lad for? Door frames are twig. go. Where shall we go? I want to go and play poker. Bandit camp. It's a bit of a pain to get to. If we take the coast road... Oh, man. Is that where the poker is at the bandit camp? Anyone know? Oh, only other players. Alright. Well, that's as decent a place as any to call it a day. It's at 11:30 after all. Got our motor locked away. Furnace is on the go. Base is stable for 45 hours. Yeah. I reckon we're alright. Right. I will see you lot tomorrow. Was it Friday tomorrow? In the morning for just some regular games and stuff like that. And then the next time I'm doing a Rust stream is Sunday, 2 to 5. 2 to 5. Yeah. Hold on. So yeah, join me then. Tomorrow I'm doing poker, 5 till 8. Another hashtag ad. I've got 3 hashtag ad streams. Today, tomorrow, and Sunday. And then I think I'll have to do some Tarkov streams as well. These are games I play, you know what I mean? So yeah, Rust, 2 till 5. To Saturday, I'm taking Saturday night off because Eurovision. It's Eurovision. So if you are foolish enough to miss Eurovision, you're an idiot. Eurovision's the best thing ever. So yeah, I'm going to stop the stream now. I will see you guys tomorrow morning, just on my channel, and then I don't know where I'm doing the poker stream. I don't know if I'm being hosted or what. We'll see. Anyway, I will be seeing you guys tomorrow. Cheers for watching. Thanks for all the subs, and take it easy and peace out.